And we're live.
Yay! Anybody joining us?
Yeah,
That's nice.
we're live on Twitter too, so all the haters can join today.
Oh, good. Yeah, quite a few of them on there.
Yes.
I've got to tell you, I was looking through the comments from last week, and I was fucking cracking up. The whole part where you were trying to figure out the name Tim Robinson, and Jamie was on one of the sexy patrons on there, and they were like, "This is like watching my mom trying to figure out the name of somebody," and
Right.
it clicked for me. It was like, "Oh my god, yes, that's that's why this felt so familiar."
I was I came up with like 10 different ways to search it. I finally found it, and the whole time I should have just been thinking about Tim.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
That would have solved that.
I know he's like the resident fact checker. Good dude. Good
But I
dude.
don't think I'm ever going to forget that name. Although if you had asked me just now, I probably would have been like, wait, what?
Our Tim, our sexy patriot Tim, he did a Substack this week where he filled out one of those win a dinner with Trump things with a Gmail address that was Trump is a pedo at gmail.com. And anyway, it was just, I was cracking up about it. It's, yeah.
We
But
got a very creative group of people.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Well, I think we've been forced into creativity, right? Like, Trumpism has backed our brains into a corner, and when all the levers of power are shut off to you, you have to get creative, and I think that's what people are doing.
That's true. I saw in the clips today, speaking of Trump, that noticed that they had let folks at the embassy in Israel know that if they wanted to go home, they should go home immediately.
Yeah, looks like it's war with Iran this weekend, so that's fun. Yeah, I think one of the things that's amazing to me is like anybody who lived through the run up to the Iraq War, like the Bush administration was full of shit, but they put a lot of work into being full of shit. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
they spent
right.
months lying to us about WMD. They sent Colin Powell to the UN with some bullshit video. Like they really put in the work to lie to us. Whereas Trump, out of nowhere, throws a line into his State of the Union. Iran's working on missiles that can hit the United States. And then you see like a million stories the next day, like, they've been saying that for 30 fucking years. And it's like, and then you got guys like John Thune and Mark Wayne, and Billy Bob, who were like, this is about regime change, and it's like, oh wait, we're not supposed to say that. I'm just, I would like a nice list of how many Republican officials' sons and daughters will be going to fight this next war. That's,
Yeah,
I'm sure it's a very long and distinguished list.
yeah. You're pretty good at asking folks if they're going to be suiting up and joining every time there is one.
I mean, my feeling is if you're not willing to go yourself, then don't fucking send somebody else.
Yeah, or
And
someone else's kid.
yeah, or get deferments for bone spurs, and then try to tell everybody you want somebody else's Medal of Honor. Um, by the way, I got to tell you, before we get into the serious shit, I had the funniest exchange this morning. So last night I watched the movie Ace Ventura, which is still hilarious. Although I have to say, people are right when they say like the last third of that movie is super transphobic. It really is. It's yeah, there's no question about it. But that's not the funny part. The funny part was this morning I was at physical therapy, and the therapist was like, doing the work on my leg, and she was like, "So what'd you do last night?" And I said, "Oh, I watched Ace Ventura." And she said, "Pet Detective?" And I was like, "No, the CEO." And she's like, "Really?" And I was like, "No, of course." And
The pet
so
detective.
I've just been fucking cracking up that there would be like another Ace Ventura out there. Like, no, the acrobat, or no, the astronaut. It's anyway. So
I
yeah,
would
I'm
believe in
also
this day and age if someone added something to it because it's like Paxton seems to find a new minions every single day.
yeah. I don't. It's crazy. I didn't keep up with the minions, and it does seem like they're sort of like ants. They just kind of are everywhere, and I don't know where they came from, and I don't know how to get rid of them.
There's no real language, but the kids seem to understand them, which is kind of interesting.
Interesting. I don't know if I ever
Minus
told you this,
bananas.
but when my oldest nephew was little and he started talking, he was talking with a British accent, and nobody could figure out why. And it turned out he was emulating Stewie from Family Guy.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and then
I
of
thought you were
course
going to say like Postal Pat or something.
no, I did have that with my niece though, where a couple of years ago when she was like 4 or 5, I asked her if she was excited for Christmas, and she said, "Yes, Father Christmas is coming." And I was like, "What the hell?" My sister was like, "Ah, she's been watching a lot of Peppa Pig," and so that makes sense to me.
Christina said bug spray, Sam. I think that was during our Minions conversation.
Gotcha. Or maybe it's from I was talking about my dying plant the other day.
Yeah, has there been a resurrection or anything?
No, it is not marijuana Jesus. It is staying dead, and it makes me very sad. I quite literally apologized to it the other day because I felt really bad. You know, the thing is, I've been thinking about getting a dog, and now I'm just like, ooh, maybe that's not the best idea. It's,
I think they're a
I don't
little
know.
easy. I mean, more work, but easier to. I don't. Well, maybe, I don't know.
Hey, I want to talk about something, and I'm probably fucking stupid to want to wade into this, but you know what? I am fucking stupid. So let's do it. I want to talk about the Texas Democratic Senate primary.
I thought you were going to say Chappaqua. I'm like, oh, you definitely weighed into that this morning.
Did you get some emails?
No, I don't think so. I think it was fair.
I don't think I've ever been like secret about it. I really love Hillary. I don't have the same love for Bill. And you know, my thing with Bill is, you know, I've been on the campaign trail with him, and he really is the best to ever fucking do it. The way that man connects with people is just unlike anything I've ever seen. But I also just think, like, for our credibility's sake, for just the sake of truth, like, you know, we said from the beginning, release all the fucking files. We don't care, you know, who's caught up in them. And I don't know. My like, what's the movie? What movie is it from? Where it's from Tombstone when he says, "My hypocrisy extends only so far." That's kind of how I feel about this. No, I want to say a word in defense of Jasmine Crockett and her campaign.
I
She's
just want to say
turned.
for the record, because you can't see the comments until after, because we're
Oh
on
yes,
StreamYard. So I said, yeah, Sam needs a dog and someone to take care of the dog and himself. Okay, sorry.
it's all true. You might have even added "Sam is the dog." That might have been that might have been accurate. No, I just, you know, look, we've stayed out of this race, and it was really easy to stay out of this race because they're two very strong candidates. The only thing we've said throughout is, please don't fucking kill each other because we need one of y'all to be in standing shape, you know, fighting shape when it's time to take on the Republican. The Atlantic is very angry with Jasmine Crockett. Crockett's campaign threw one of their reporters out. Um, they referred to her as, I think, a white girl from the Atlantic, a hater, and they threw her out. And she wrote a story about it. And it turns out Beltway reporters can stand up for their colleagues, just not when Donald Trump is calling them piggy. Gosh, I wonder
When
what's.
dealing with a black woman.
I was getting ready to say, I wonder what's different about Jasmine that all of a sudden the civility police are back on their bullshit, telling you know, trying to set rules for candidates to follow when Donald Trump wiped his ass with those rules a long time ago. And it goes back to what we're always talking about, whereas the Beltway media has no standards for Trump and impossible standards for Democrats. Now, I was a campaign reporter for a very long time. I had a Republican candidate try to take my access away. I had a Democratic Senate candidate text me accidentally that she wanted to kill me. Uh, I have been in these trenches and I have fought the good fight for a free press. I believed it with every fucking ounce of my heart, and I fought like hell for it. This isn't that world anymore. Democrats have been waiting for the media to do the right fucking thing for years now, and it hasn't happened. It's not going to happen. They're not going to be fair to you just because you think they should. So, what I would say is this: start treating them like Trump does. Yes, you will get the centrist at the Atlantic shitting all over you saying, we need to be better than Trump. Why? What did it get us? Of course, we're better than Trump. That's not a hard thing to do. But when dealing with the press, why? Why would we be nicer? Call them the enemy of the people because it seems to get them to kiss your ass. And it's going to get worse.
Yeah, if
Now
you're
that
talking about facts and good things and you call them the enemy of the people and they're going to cover what you're saying, at least they're not covering lies this time.
Donald Trump insults and lies to the press every day and they just take it. A black woman does it and it's a 5 alarm fire. I am not settling for those fucking bullshit double standards anymore. And I don't think any of us should. So yeah, man, the thing
They
is,
take it and help him more.
that's it. And it's going to get worse. We're seeing what's happening at CBS. We're seeing what's getting ready to happen at CNN. It's going to get worse where you're dealing with attack questions, gotcha questions, slanted coverage every fucking day. And you're supposed to just sit there and take it while Trump is screaming, I'm exonerated in the Epstein files and quiet piggy. And it's just, it would be lunacy to keep pretending like the press are neutral. It's just because it's just not true.
Yeah, no,
Anyway,
I mean,
that's my rant for this morning.
no, those are all good.
Tom Nichols at the Atlantic was telling me how emotional I am and how much I'm like Trump. And you know what? All those years on the campaign trail, I never saw him out there once. So
I didn't even realize he went to the Atlantic.
yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't even know who the fuck he was for years. Like he's one of those people who, like, after Trump got elected, they had suddenly been around the whole time. And yeah. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that. The other thing I wanted to say is just these are both great fucking candidates. They offer different things, and the idea that we would once again try to put our thumb on the scale when we don't even live in the fucking state is crazy to me. Let Democrats who live there figure it out, and then let's fight like hell for the nominee. This is not a hard question for me.
Yeah, I agree. I think that all primaries should be like that and are also just good things. I mean, they make the candidate stronger,
No question.
and it's not what comes up in a primary is not going to be, unless we allow it to be used against us. It shouldn't be, because we should we should hit harder. I mean, look back at the 2016 debates with Donald Trump, right? Everyone talked all this shit about him and said all this crazy stuff, and now they're all kissing his ass, and they were as soon as he won the nomination. So
I mean, that's it. It's like, the last few days we've heard everyone from Jim Vandehei at Axios to Stephen A. fucking Smith saying, oh, Democrats are really going to regret not standing at the State of the Union. What the fuck are you talking about? Nobody's going to remember the State of the Union in November. Nobody's going to remember it next fucking week. The idea that every Republican stunt is a genius plan that works and everything that Democrats do is an assault on democracy. Again, why would you treat people who cover races like that as honest brokers? It's like treating House Republicans like they're debating in good faith. They're not. They're not. I don't understand this.
and in any other world, we'd be talking about the fact that there were a bunch of Epstein survivors who weren't acknowledged, or the fact that one
Why
of the
wasn't that the
individuals,
fucking lead?
yeah, one of the individuals that got a medal placed on him was only possible because of a bill that had been sponsored by Mark Kelly.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. To me, the ignoring the Epstein survivors. If you reverse the situation, let's say some Republican had brought Monica Lewinsky to Bill Clinton's State of the Union. Do you think the mainstream media would have downplayed that or looked the other way? They certainly would not have.
Would have been the whole night.
The
and weeks after.
reluctance. That's it. The reluctance by the press to cover this scandal when they would have been chomping at the bit to cover it if it was anybody else, it really kind of gives away the whole game. I don't know. I mean, there are allegations in there that he raped a child. It's not, they were removed and then put back, and he literally hadn't been asked about it. Like, it's fucking crazy to me. Mike Johnson hasn't been asked about it. John Thune hasn't been asked about it. Like, I don't know. I feel like reporters feel like if they just say the Epstein files and they don't have to like dive into the specifics, then they can check the box that they're doing their job. And I don't know. I
Well,
think
and there's that
survivors and
reporter,
all of us deserve more than that.
that reporter who was previously with the Daily Beast. I think he's an independent reporter right now. He's the one that found
Rogers, was it Sullenberger?
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing a great job. Not even dating back to like Herschel Walker. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean that was then verified by CNN and NPR and the Times.
New York Times. Yeah, no, it was a hell of a scoop. I think he broke it on Substack too. I mean, it was, which again, thank God for the rise of independent media, because that's where it's starting now. It's not starting with the New York Times. It's starting with Roger Sullenberger and I hope I'm saying his name right, on Substack, and it's feeding that way.
Yeah. No,
By the
totally.
way, the video today from that guy, that reporter in England, had me fucking dying. Uh,
I think
where
I
they
can
say,
pull. I think
you
I
know what
can
I'm talking
pull it
about?
up. Probably. Yeah. Well, I saw. That was you. You made a CNN comment in that one. I think.
Mm. Oh yeah,
In
I
the
think
know.
that's what their reporters can anticipate in the
Yeah.
future. Yeah.
I could probably pull it up here.
You see my new shirt?
Hold on. I'm going back. Is it purple?
It's like a dark blue.
So there's no grape joke. Kentuckians didn't run sun. Yeah, exactly. Where'd you get that?
The Kentucky shop.
Huh.
They're the ones I sent you the Instagram post a couple weeks ago. They started selling "fuck ice" T-shirts, and there are a lot of Kentuckians who did not appreciate that, and started really lighting up the Kentucky. I think it's called the Kentucky shop, with some hate mail, some hate, post. Anyway, I saw the way their owner responded. It was hilarious, and I thought, you know what, I would like to help them out. So I bought me a new shirt.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've always liked that one in Iowa, Ray Gun or whatever it is. They do some
Mhm.
pretty good stuff.
It's funny. I feel like they started in like 2008, maybe. I don't know.
Let me make sure this little thing. Okay, I got this video. Hang on. Pull this little guy up. By the way, we should also talk about the Save Act.
Oh, definitely. Oh, I real quick. Well, I mentioned I was looking through the comments from the last session we did. Um, Cecilia, if you're watching today, I saw your bad news, and I'm so sorry. I really, I wish I could do something to help. I hope everything works out, and please know that we're sending love to you. Man, that's the
Activists. One
thing.
of
This
them
fucked
asked
up
which
economy.
newspaper we were with, and then he said, "Absolutely not."
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
We did try and speak.
No,
I
no.
didn't play it yet. No, go ahead.
No, the thing is, we talk about what Trump's doing to the economy, and we don't always talk about the real people that are get just fucking crushed. That C-SPAN post this morning that we included, of a woman talking about, she's losing weight because she can't afford food. And the president of the United States told us all this week that we're in the golden age. And it's just, when I see Axios cheering Trump's stunts at the State of the Union, and then I see this woman saying she's losing weight because she can't afford to eat, it honestly just makes me so fucking angry that the disconnect between real Americans and the Beltway media, um, it's just so pronounced right now. And anyway, throw that clip on.
It
I think
is.
it's hilarious.
Okay, yeah, we'll pull up. It is insane times.
We did try and speak
All
to
right.
some green activists. One of them asked which newspaper we were with, and then he
Is the audio playing? Is it playing for you, the audio?
We did try and speak to some green activists. One of them asked which newspaper we were with, and then he said, "Absolutely not."
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, the Greenies, man, they had a really good night in England, I guess. I tell you though, I do not mess with British politics. I find that shit so confusing, and yeah.
I mean, how many they had so many PMs like in such a short period of time.
Yeah, I mean, like I even tried to like start reading about that thing last night, and I was like, I know what these words mean, but it's not in this order. It's like the Yahoo seriously joke from The Simpsons. You're too young to remember when we were kids. There was a movie called Young Einstein, and the guy who played Einstein was an Australian actor named Yahoo Seriously, or maybe it's Yahoo Serious. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Where's Tim? Tim's gonna come through like it was seriously, dude. No, it was serious. Yahoo Serious, an Australian actor who did Young Einstein, Reckless Kelly, and Mr. Accident.
Oh, I actually remember this guy.
Oh my God, he's 72 years old. Jesus, I wish I hadn't looked that up. I remember seeing Young Einstein in the theater.
He reminds me of someone else, like Carrot Top or something.
Yeah, I think he probably was like a trailblazer for the Carrot Tops of the world.
Can you see the picture of him? Okay, well he's up there.
Yeah.
With his little, what is that? typewriter,
It's
harmonica,
a guitar.
guitar.
He builds a guitar. That's the other part. Is Einstein is a rock and roller or wannabe rock and roller in this version.
Got
God,
it.
I have not thought about that movie in forever. I wonder if I can find it. By the way, watching Ace Ventura last night, again, the transphobic shit is real, and it's not great. But oh my God, I was watching the scene where he goes to the party at the rich guy's house and he pretends to be a lawyer who makes his living off of suing homeowners for food poisoning served at their parties. And he comes up
he's
to him
eating
and
the
he's
food?
like, hey, can you tell me where the bathroom is? And he's like, it's over there. He goes, oh, thanks. I think it's the pate. And then he goes in the bathroom and he sneaks out the window and he goes and he finds what he thinks is the dolphin tank, but it's really a shark tank, and he gets chewed up. And when he comes out, he's all torn up. He does the famous, "Woo, do not go in there." But my favorite line is when he's walking out and he's very angry. He's pretending to be very angry and indignant. And the rich guy says, "Mr. Ace, I'm so sorry. I will have the toilet looked at immediately." And Jim Carrey turns around and says, "Be sure that you do. Had I been drinking from the toilet, I might have been killed." And I just think that is fucking hilarious.
I just saw him in the news today. It was about, I guess it was about plastic surgery or something, but I guess he was spotted for the first time since November or something, giving an award. He was at some type of acting awards that just took place.
I don't go to he or his paramours for vaccine advice, but man, there was a time when that guy was just the funniest person on the planet. Were you old enough for In Living Color? Do you remember that
Oh
show?
yeah. In Living
Oh, my
Color
Lord.
is where you had Homie Don't Play That.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, you just had all these comedians, all the Wayans family.
Wayne's Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was, God, just an
In
incredible
Living
Jamie
Color and Mad
Foxx.
TV. I spent a lot of time watching growing up.
But man, Jim Carrey, that guy was just a revelation on that show. And then he blew up. I mean, it's
Most of these shows are now available through one of the streaming apps, like they've all been sort of like digitalized and put up on all this different stuff. So
yeah.
because I was trying to find Tales from the Crypt the other day.
Oh gosh. The show or the movie? Or no, I'm thinking of
The show, because
yeah.
like
No, I
they
know
actually had
what you're
like
talking about.
everybody, like Brad Pitt. I mean,
Yeah,
like
oh, yeah.
everybody went through all those.
Yeah, no, it was one of those where you just like never knew who the next guest star was going to be. Yeah.
And it was
I was
super
thinking
like
of Creep
creepy.
Show.
Oh,
Creep Show was a movie with like 3 scary vignettes in it. And the one that I remember the most was this dude got revenge, killed this guy by burying him up to his neck at the beach. And then the rising tides killed him, which, man, I was a little kid when I saw that. It really stuck with me.
Tim said with In Living Color, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. That was Fire Marshal Bill. That was honestly it's one that and Axl Rose were like my first impressions that I like perfected. Let me tell you something. You got to tuck the upper lip under, and yeah.
Not even gonna try. I'll try when we're off.
I see some of those old In Living Color sketches on Instagram now, and it's interesting that, like, first time I saw them, I was like probably a freshman in high school, and like the poignancy of like some of the racial material they were doing was completely lost on me. And now I watch it and I'm like, my God, that was really fucking brave to be doing that kind of comedy on Fox in the early 90s. And anyway,
yeah, it shows like that stuff was so lost on us as we were watching, but for them it was on purpose.
I mean, they knew. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, they were adults who knew what they were doing, whereas
Yeah.
I was just some idiot kid in Kentucky just laughing at the funny clown. By the way, thanks to everybody who validated my love of Short Circuit last week with Johnny Five. I was cracking up talking to Tim. He was saying he thinks it's so funny that when you said snowblower, that was immediately what we thought of. And it is funny how you just hear a random word like that and immediately takes you somewhere else.
And Coco in the comments just said, "Holy shit, Tales from the Crypt every Saturday, followed by Thriller Chiller." And I forgot it was on Saturdays. I mean, that's the thing is like once you kind of like go back and you look at or you hear what days they were and stuff, you can kind of piece together that moment in your life, but you otherwise you sort of forget about it,
No question. I was doing this the other night with Golden Girls. Golden Girls was, I believe, was on NBC Friday night. But I just remember, like, my thing when I was a kid was I'd go spend the weekend with my grandparents. They just lived down the street, but it was a big deal, spend the night. And we would have cereal.
Zero oversight.
What's that?
Zero oversight.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but it was very much the prince treatment, right? Like I was treated like royalty, and I didn't have to share it with my brother and sister. Um, but I just remember watching Love Boat, and I remember watching The Golden Girls, and I remember watching a short-lived sitcom with
Gilligan's
Jack
Island.
A named Amen. What's that?
Gilligan's Island.
No, not on my list.
Really?
Yeah, no,
I used to love that.
I'm talking Dynasty. I'm talking Dallas. I'm talking Golden Girls and Amen are the ones that stick out the most. God, I love Golden Girls so much. I talk about a show that holds up. But yeah,
Sam wasn't until his 30s where he was first admitting that.
this is what did I love Golden Girls
Back in the day.
Oh no, I was
Now
owning
it's
up to
like
it.
a show.
Yeah, I was owning up to it early on.
I watched it too, though. I mean, we didn't have cable, so it was kind of just like whatever was on that I could watch. It's like
That's
the X-Files, Simpsons, Seinfeld.
I wonder what kind of person I would be if we didn't have cable as a kid.
I wonder what I would be like if I had cable.
Interesting.
I think I would have been far less motivated.
I just see that
Sitting around watching SpongeBob.
I decided to set up a laptop next to my phone so I could sort of see what's going on. Oh, here's Comer covering for Trump and Epstein again. Nancy Grace and all those folks, or Nancy Mace, they're all enjoying beating up on Hillary. I know. They're all enjoying beating up on Hillary. When does Melania testify? And why isn't the question being asked over and over and over again?
I mean, the way that you said there's more proof that Comer beat up his college girlfriend than there is, Hillary Clinton did anything wrong. There's more proof that Melania was introduced to Donald Trump by way of Jeffrey Epstein than there is that Hillary did anything wrong.
100%. Yeah. The people who are in the Epstein files the most, and as far as Americans go, they seem to be getting a free pass from the House Oversight Committee.
They're purposely, the DOJ is purposely doing stuff while all this is taking place, including that report that they actually put a victim up that was previously redacted. They unredacted her.
I mean,
in
also
the last 36 hours.
I mean, what the fuck is up with taking down pictures of Lutnick on Epstein Island? Like, is that? I guess that's fine with Jamie Comer and the House Oversight Committee.
I mean that, but also it makes you wonder with that specific victim, if they're trying to sort of bury her, what is it that she's got to say?
The thing about it is everything about this fucking stinks to high heaven. And this is normally where a watchdog press goes to work, right? Mm-hmm. They're a dog with a bone. They just run it to ground. They get vicious and they root out the truth. Why isn't that happening?
There's no inspector general. There's nothing. I mean, I remember most of these agencies used to be terrified if they had a misstep of what the IG report would say and what the repercussions would be from it. And now it's just full blown everywhere.
By the way, Anna Paulina Luna says there have been 2 women who made allegations against both President Trump and President Clinton were ultimately determined to be false. For that reason, I'll be voting no on any attempt to introduce those individuals or claims as evidence. She's looking for a cover-up. I get it now. They're using Bill Clinton to protect Donald Trump. I mean, I guess that was always the case. But God, that's fucking disgusting, especially from the Republican women who are pretending like they gave a shit about any of this. It's so upsetting.
No, that's exactly what it is. I mean, and Hillary, it was wild to hear when she came out yesterday and was like, I mean, the thing just got beyond the fact that they didn't ask any questions about X, Y, and Z, it just got weird. They started talking about UFOs and
I mean, that's it. They don't care. They just want to rough up the Clintons again. I mean, it's their get out of jail free card. I mean, Fox News didn't give a fuck about the Epstein files until they could drag the Clintons into it. And it's, but yeah, they're trying to make this deal that if you go after Trump, we're going to go after Bill Clinton. And I don't think they understand that the modern Democratic Party is fine with that deal. I would take that deal.
Yeah. I mean, especially if he did something wrong.
I mean, that's it. We don't know.
How long did Les Wexner be deposed for in Ohio? Do you remember?
I don't know the answer to that. No, I do know Republicans didn't bother to show up.
They didn't show up, and
Didn't
it felt
care.
like it was only like an hour or something like that, not
Yeah.
like 6 hours like her.
Yeah. No, it's man, the shit that woman has had to put up with. I mean, it just goes back to those double standards we were talking about at the beginning. I mean, that's to me, that is why I mean, I am radicalized at this point when it comes to media relations. My feeling is fuck them. They want access, make them afraid to ask questions. Do what Republicans have done for decades. Because this idea of, waiting for them to remember their mission, it's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen at all. Can you talk a little bit about the crazy Save Act that Republicans are trying to put
Yeah,
through?
I mean, it's fucking scary, right? I mean, this would be the biggest election suppression bill we've ever seen. The interesting thing is I kind of wonder if it would backfire. Like the passport thing, I feel like would hurt red voters more than blue.
The
Anyway,
passport piece, by the way, was left out back in that first post 9/11 bill, where they talked about doing a national ID card. And of course, it was like the libertarians and others, I think, were one of the main reasons, but they were saying
Sure.
that, that's getting out in front of immigration, all that kind of stuff. But the reality is that putting the cost aside, the majority of people that don't have passports are Republicans.
Yeah, no, I think that's it's sort of like the vote by mail thing. Like, sure, it'll hurt, but I mean, well, we should be able to
Costs
make
like
it happen.
$200, I think they say, but by the time you get your passport and the photos done and all that
That's
kind
a
of
poll
stuff as
tax.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a poll tax. That's making people spend money to vote. And a lot of eagle-eyed observers caught on Tuesday night that Trump said voting is a privilege. No, motherfucker, it is a right. And it's very clear to me. I think it's very clear to everybody where we're headed. Um, I guess one of my big questions is how much is the mainstream media going to help him get away with it? I mean, they really helped him make Russia, Russia, Russia go away. So, it's hard not to be concerned about what role they might play in this.
And also, I mean, there's got to be, now that we've seen some of these swings right out of Texas and Florida and others, where you have a 31-point swing, or you have you win a Trump plus 17 district. I mean, there's got to be some of these House members that are like in 5, 8, 10, plus R, that are looking at this like, holy shit, like this could literally determine whether or not I win.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
In addition to all the other fucked up
it
stuff.
really tells you everything that you need to know, that they are not, they're not course correcting to like win elections, right? Instead, it's like, well, let's keep being awful, but find a way to cheat.
Right.
And it's, I mean, the whole thing about, American politics is you're supposed to like do, change your behavior to make yourself more palatable to the voters. And instead it's like, fuck the voters. Let's just find a way to, cheat and win. And my understanding just from what I've seen is it looks like Thune, at least for now, is holding the line on the filibuster. So they would still have to invoke cloture, still need 60 votes to do it. I'm sure Fetterman's Uncle Fester ass will go along with it, but
Fetterman is definitely like one of the main weak links right now. Sounds like he's for it.
But let's also be honest. It wouldn't be the biggest surprise in the world if they did trigger the nuclear option to pass it with 51 votes. After 4 years of us being told that nuking the filibuster is the most un-American thing you can do.
That's a serious thing they're looking at.
Yeah, it sure is weird how these double standards keep popping up, isn't it?
It is. And I also missed this part. I guess Asen tweeted it out in the last about an hour before we got on. I didn't realize that Trump reiterated the exonerated piece today.
Yeah. And
he said, I don't know anything about the Epstein files. I have been fully exonerated. Obviously.
No, he has not. And it's just fucking exhausting. I'm so tired of the lies. I'm so tired of the gaslighting. I don't know. I'm not doing the double standard anymore. I used to say, don't get down in the mud with a pig because you both get dirty and the pig enjoys it. You know what? I like getting dirty too. So fuck it. I'm getting in the mud with that pig.
Seems like I like getting dirty, and I like bacon.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
You're not going to scare me here.
I mean, I just feel like that's it, man. We had a period where it was like, oh, let's be civil and let's be ladies and gentlemen and let's be, genteel. And as far as I'm concerned, that shit went out the fucking window when they attacked the Capitol. And I don't know. I guess maybe I'm maybe I'm one of those radical leftist lunatics I keep hearing about.
I mean, I think
The
we all are at this
lunatic part is
point.
right.
Yeah, I mean, we all are at this point, I guess. I don't know.
I know. That's what Tom Nichols said to me this morning. He said, "Your brain is so broken." I was like, "Motherfucker, all of our brains are broken. Like, why are you so
See,
special?"
I missed that part. When I shared your post, I was taking Paxton or coming back from taking Paxton, and I missed the part where you were tied to that. I thought you were just responding to something that he had said.
I was, and then we went back and forth a couple. But yeah, that's I don't know. It's funny. Every once in a while I'll get in a social media spat, and it'll like ruin my day because I'll be so pissed off. With this guy, I moved on like 2 seconds later. I was like, I don't really give a shit who he. Like, this is not somebody's opinion that means much to me.
He's very unpredictable, and not like in the sense that like he's got like some high level of standards where he sticks to it. Like he'll attack us and then he'll lift us up, and then he'll attack us and then I mean, just a very odd dude.
I know, it's almost like you can't trust a Republican.
Right.
Mm.
I was trying to bring up that hockey video for later, but for some reason,
Oh my God,
it doesn't want to load. I'm still trying to get the other one.
That was so funny to me. I just it made me flash back to high school when, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Oh gosh, I don't know. A lot going on. Might be busy washing my hair. And yeah, it's definitely not the first woman to reject Trump. That's for sure.
No. I will pull up this video while we're talking, but any big plans for the weekend?
No, man, I'm still on the mend, and I will say it's been really beautiful weather here, so I'm going to try to work outside today. But no, just more of the same, I'm afraid. Until I'm healthy again, I'm just kind of staying put. I do think I'm going to head to Kentucky in a couple weeks. It's been a minute since I've seen my family, and so yeah, I'm thinking about making a trip for over spring break to see the nieces and nephews and be Uncle Sam for a few days. And
the timing is good because I think that like today's nice, tomorrow's nice, but Monday we get snow again, and then after that they're basically saying it's going to break and it's going to be like 60s, 70s plus moving forward.
Nice. You gotta love spring. By the way, at the risk of oversharing, I booked a colonoscopy for the end of the month.
Nice.
The end of March.
I'd
Yeah.
like to do the same.
Yeah, well, it's just not something to fuck around with, man. People are getting, especially guys, are getting colon cancer earlier and earlier, and women, heart disease is ticking up in the ladies. So keep an eye on that shit. It's we need y'all here, and honestly, it really wouldn't be surprising if all of our physical health and mental health is just completely falling apart, because how could it not be? I think that's why it's so damn important to keep an eye on that stuff. And not only that, but if a civil war breaks out, you want to be in shape for it, right? You want to have your cardio set, and
at least have your tank full of gas.
That's it. You don't want to be the guy that's like starting your training right after the Civil War started. Like,
if you do that, you'll have about as much training as an ICE officer, AJ.
Well played. That's a nice zinger.
Okay, so I got this hockey video.
Nice.
I'm going to pull this up really quickly. Let me just pause. But this one has some nice context. It says, when Brady pulled his head out of Trump's fat ass for just a nanosecond, the heroic Simon Edvinson instantly showed him that we're not all being political. Let me figure out how to share this. Do you want to give everyone context of what happened?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows, I think at this point, that the men's hockey team has spent the last few days trying to backpedal, after being party to Trump's despicable joke about the women's team. And unfortunately, the women's team has had to spend all fucking week answering questions about it too. But the funniest thing I saw as far as this stuff goes was the player who was on CNN. And here's the clip here. You can see for yourself. Oh, no, this is a different clip. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was thinking of the women's player who was like,
oh yeah, that one too. That's a great clip. We have that.
She's like, I don't know, I'm pretty busy. No, this clip. Okay, so
Brady, wait, were you thinking of the one at the press conference with the woman responding?
No, different one. She was on CNN.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like Note 17 today, maybe.
Well, before we do any of these, why don't we just start with this?
Yes. Okay. So.
Language, Alyssa.
By the way,
Just one
somebody
more
did a
time.
mural of her biting her medal out here in LA. Our murals are kind of a big thing in the city, and it's fantastic. Um, no, the clip you're getting ready to show is of Brady Kachuk getting laid the fuck out. Brady is one of the more Trumpy members of the men's hockey team, and he's having a rough week. The Trump administration used an AI video to make it look like he was cussing out Canada when he plays for the Ottawa team, which has got to be uncomfortable. And then this happened last night. Adam, take it away.
Yeah, let's find this guy here. Make sure we got some audio. Okay. Don't know if there is audio or not.
Lay down, Sally.
And not
Hey.
just toss, like done.
That's a shame. Oof, man, he's gonna have to get that nose fixed before he puts it back up the orange ass.
So that was kind of a happy ending there.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Not that we can.
What are you doing this weekend? More swim meets?
No, we got 4 days of swim meets next weekend. It's gonna be nice out, so I think we're gonna try to like hit up a creek and take the dogs out and
Hit up a creek. My God, are y'all Huck fan?
The dog? No, the dog. Yeah,
We're gonna go down the
Maybe.
creek.
like Tom Sawyer. Or, yeah.
That's what I always heard when I was a kid. Are y'all gonna be there Sunday? If the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise. So,
Exactly. The Moose loves a good creek, so and there's a nice trail and all that kind of stuff. So
I mean, who doesn't love a good creek?
it's true. I try to stay away from getting in those. You never know what's in that
Hey,
water.
by the way, you'll get a kick out of this. Remember the guy from yesterday's newsletter, the deer doer?
Yes.
I put in there that he was from Muhlenberg County. A friend of mine let me know yesterday that's not actually true. He's actually from my hometown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was just having sex with a dead deer in Muhlenberg County. So,
Oh my God.
yeah, that's
All right, that makes more sense.
I appreciate him taking it out of the Owensboro city limits. It's
Yeah. But you're a hometown guy.
I am, yeah, and I mean that's it. I like, what's wrong with our deer? Like, why did he have to go?
Your deer are inbred.
I mean,
The other counties are not.
that's not usually a deal breaker. So,
Oh, well, that's true. I forgot where you're from. Kidding.
yeah, come on, man. Don't make
we're
Andy Bashir beat your ass. He'll do it, man.
We're
He's,
south of the Mason-Dixon line here too. So
Andy Bashir's like John Wick. He looks nice, but oh man, if you fuck with him or his dog,
or his deer.
yeah, or his deer, yeah,
I don't know. I think that's about all I got. Nothing too
Yeah.
exciting.
I don't think so. I'm the same. I'm just disgusted, angry, like everybody else, I think. And
But now we
Yeah.
know like what it feels like here to have like a little bit of warm weather. Like I feel like we've had to deal with all this shit and it's been freezing. And
that's how I
now
feel
it's-
about watching Kentucky basketball. I'm just like, why the fuck? I've got an injury and I'm dealing with fascism and my basketball team sucks. Like, one of those things should be illegal.
Yeah, all of the above. I just like some days I'm like, wow, all of this stuff is so terrible that we are talking about and dealing with on a daily basis. If it was only 60 degrees, that would make things that much nicer and bearable. But like we haven't had that.
No, I get
But
it.
we'll
I'll
be
tell you the
complaining it's too
truth.
hot soon.
I mean, I'll tell you the truth, and I mean, you know this, but like my move to LA was in part just to make all of this shit manageable. Like, I still needed to talk about this stuff, but I just couldn't do it from DC or Kentucky. I needed to be someplace that I could distract myself, and it's a good time to do it. Hey, by the way, I wanted to say, I was looking at the comments from the last session. Somebody called me a hottie, which it's really nice, and I got to tell you, it came at a really nice time because I have definitely not been feeling like a hottie lately. Put on a few pounds for the physical therapy and all that stuff, and so anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for the ego boost.
Kill this plant.
I needed it. Yeah, I haven't felt like the best version of myself lately, and it was a really nice thing to see. And even if you're lying to me, I really appreciate it.
All right. Well, we've confirmed that wasn't you that wrote that comment.
I don't know if he confirmed it, but yeah,
No.
it was John Barron. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Mark, for that comment last week. He Sam really appreciates it.
Yeah, thank you, Spam Spungman. That's who sent it in. It's we don't know who it was.
Cool. I'm just saving all these comments,
Nice.
which are all really nice and funny and sweet. And
Do something nice for yourselves this weekend, Sexy Patriots, but also make sure you go to boltsmag.org and look up the 75 most important races of March. It's time. It's time to get involved. It's time to choose your fighters. It's time to start taking this fucking country back and win some elections. So let's get into it. There's a lot more going on than just a Texas primary. So let's leave it all out on the field.
Or as that guy from the hockey team did, he leave all his teeth out on the rink.
Yeah. By the way, I'm curious. I think one of those guys is going to be on SNL this weekend, so I'd be curious to see how that goes.
It'll probably be the one that scored. Is
Yes, I think Jack Hughes. Yeah,
is also in a relationship with Tate McRae.
Interesting.
But maybe now that she knows his politics, that'll change. Who knows?
You know, I was thinking, like, I saw that the movie Miracle was playing, and I was like kind of mad. I was like, fuck, I can't even watch that movie right now. And then I realized you don't need to watch like the super over the top patriotic hockey movies, because the best hockey movies aren't like that. Slapshot is the #1 hockey movie. Number 2,
Mighty Ducks.
This is going to be controversial because I think most people would agree with you. They'd put Mighty Ducks at number 2. I'm putting Youngblood at number 2. Most people don't know Youngblood. It's a very obscure movie from the 80s. Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe. It's Keanu Reeves' first movie appearance, actually. He plays a goalie. But yeah, it's just a silly 80s hockey movie. It's not silly. It's like they take it pretty seriously, but it's great. Then Mighty Ducks at number 3. I put Strange Brew at number 4. I saw somebody mention Strange Brew the other day when we were talking about Rick Moranis. But it does have like some of the strangest fucking hockey you can imagine. And then Mighty Ducks 2.
Rick Moranis.
Yeah, Rick Moranis. That's what my brother used to call me when we were kids. I always thought it was really funny. But yeah, I'm putting Mighty Ducks 2 at number 5. But Slapshot, man. Slapshot, Paul Newman, the Hanson brothers. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find a funnier movie than that shit.
Yeah, I forgot about Slapshot. That's a good one. All right,
Remember when he's talking to the owner of the team, and he's talking with the Hanson brothers, and he says they play with their toys. The owner says it's better than playing with themselves. I remember old so and so used to get penalties on purpose to get in the box and just.
You ever see that movie? I don't know why you're making me think of this. Richie Rich.
I did not, but I do know what you're talking about.
That's another. I think you just sounded like somebody in there. I don't remember who, but what is that? A trash truck?
Yeah, I've got my windows open, and it's
like a trash truck sound effect. It's like the most perfect squeaky sound, brakes and everything.
I don't really have anything clever to say to that. Yeah, it sounds like a garbage truck.
I thought you pushed a button and it was like trash truck and just like popped up.
Yeah, I gotta go. Can't hear because of the garbage truck. It's the new driving through a tunnel.
It is indeed. Okay, well, we will put up 60 seconds here at the end for people that want to keep talking. And if anything comes up, I don't know.
Thanks everybody for joining us. We love y'all. Don't forget to watch Ace Ventura, the CEO.
Yeah, and then denounce the ending.
Man, it is pretty fucked up.
So
love y'all.